Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Brisbane by Night Hellfire. Apologies for getting started a little bit late. Your darling ST needed caffeine, and if you keep me away from my caffeine, I will break your knees. Anywho, when we last left off our darling coterie, there were some things learned by our resident guy who loves to spy, Judge. Judge had decided to spy on the Sabat operative known as Ace. A Ravnos that quite a number of him and a couple of his coterie mates had run afoul of. With this, he managed to see the identities of the other three and at faces of two of them. Queen, a rather grotesque looking, from what you could tell, maybe some kind of architect of flesh. And Jack, a spindly, almost stick insect, bug-eyed man. And of course, you heard and saw the shadow, the absolutely massive shadow of the one they called King. Now, whilst that was going on, we also had some very interesting things going on with the rest of the coterie that, frankly, because of the fact that my brain is still booting up because I haven't had caffeine, I don't remember. But it was cool, and if you want to see it, you should go watch the YouTube video. The VOD is also still up on here on Twitch if you also want to watch that after this episode. It was cool stuff. I just don't remember it because my brain is mush. But it's good because we made it. But now we're going to jump back into the lives and times of these kindred with something that has been long overdue. Lucy, Skye, Valentina. Finally, after several long nights of waiting and agonizing and being manipulated by Methuselah and everything else, it's girls' night. We jump into the scene at Valentina's office, where Miss Visage does most of her fashion work, because part of Girls' Night was also going to be Lucy getting a new outfit, or at least getting her measurements taken for some designs and whatnot. Now, it is in this scene that you find yourselves in the office building where Valentina's fashion brand is located. Everything awash with activity. There are models running left and right. In fact, you swear you may have seen a model do a couple of bumps off of another model's ass in the changing rooms. If you talk to them about it, well, they might not. They might just vehemently deny that you saw anything. But you know, sometimes that do be as it is. But you are in Valentina's more private office. Just the three of you currently. And of course some mannequins.
And a variety of other things. Rather than just an office, I've decided to bring them back to one of my personal workroom. It's here that I begin the initial designs, the creations, draw out the different pictures and layouts before I begin to post it up upon one of the mannequins and slowly decorate it into something that will soon be found on the runway. My work is just as much a performance, an avant-garde piece of modern culture and art as it is something that you would find on a celebrity in the next, say, few months, or the tabloids of the highest fashion in the elite class. No. You'll never find anything that I create on the racks. That is for certain. It would be incomparable, and most certainly would be unfitting for anything even remotely inspired by what I make. So, when it comes to this, though, tonight there are more intentional works to be done. Lucy dear has asked me of a very specific task, you see. She wishes for me to go on ahead and create her something pragmatic, something usable. And I would oblige to this, of course. I understand some idea of military tactical wear, but more than that is that she needs to have an image if she is to, well, go about the streets in the court. At least, she seems to think so. Her image of the many repugnant Nosferatu that I've seen, I can't say that she's the worst. It's really unfortunate what happens to their faces, truly. And, well, the rest of them. But I don't blame them for that. That's just the nature of their curse. And all the while, she is but a young girl, and I don't want her feeling ashamed or guilty for what she is, and what she was designed to do. She didn't choose her curse, after all. Her sire did. Her sire chose for her, I imagine. But that's beside the point. Now, Miss Mason, on the other hand, she's never directed anything specific that she was intent on. But I think I have an idea of what would be befitting for her in her station. Her abilities, as far as I have seen, require a certain degree of mobility. And who am I to deny her that? And she would need to be able to fit in, and would also require something that might hide away some of those bestial features that tend to crop up, at least as much as they can. Oh, it's almost entertaining, really. I get to make all sorts of considerations for this. So we'll go one at a time, and all the while, let these girls see what it's like to be lavished upon a bit. After all, I would not be in my position. I would not have survived as well as I have if I was not accommodating. It is our own tradition of hospitality. As I meander through the office, I present it to the girls. Welcome, welcome. Make yourselves most comfortable. If you require something to drink from, don't worry. I'll make sure that whatever one of the girls that we bring up from downstairs are sober at the moment. They're not always in the The changing room's having fun, I assure you.
Lucy's just going to look around. So this is where you design everything?
It certainly is. Now, it's not always with ease, mind you. Much of the equipment here has taken some time to gather together. But so has the skill. It goes with me wherever it is that I lay roots. But if I'm going to be honest, my initial offices, the first of the kind, started much more modestly. It all began when my father gave me a small loan of $1 million. But I suppose that's not very important to you two, but at this moment.
Oh, if it's a story you want to tell, I'll listen. It's
Yeah,
nice to get to
Val.
know each other.
I would have to agree. In truth, the Visage family name goes back to makeup. Not just fashion, but makeup. My father, he himself was a cosmetologist. And he had developed his company and his enterprise off of world-renowned products. He had worked with Dior, Dove, many other high-quality brands at the time, and all of it was just beginning. Nowadays you imagine that that's just shelf products, but long before all of us, I presume, at least long before my time, many of these were not household names. They were a first of a kind, the first global kinds, disregarding any sort of specific instruments or, say, ingredients. It already predated that. Makeup, in of itself, has a timeline that goes as far back as some of our oldest civilizations. I myself am particularly fond of how the Chinese produced it. Ancient Chinese empires. They made an artisanship out of it, really. In any case, I do have to ask a little bit about you two. I feel as though I've not gotten to get to know either of you in any manner, and at least not by any personal scale. We work and we operate together. But what is there more, if you don't mind?
Depends on what you're wanting to know.
We can begin with this. And Valentina is going to go ahead and grab some of the supplies from her work table, mostly measurement tape and whatnot, and she is going to walk up to Lucy. Tell me a bit about your embraces. Who you were before, and who you are now. What was it beyond just what it was, your deaths? And how would you say it changed you?
Lucy will look over at Skye first.
I mean, things really haven't changed all that much. Circus performer and acrobat. Before the embrace, I'm even sure I remember the first time that I met him. But he said it was for my own protection. And with the Anarchs coming in, I just fell back on old habits from before I was a performer. I was a street kid growing up. So breaking, entering, theft, fighting, just all came back. Had to go back into it.
Really? It seems you've lived a very, very complicated life in that regard.
Very messy one.
And how exactly does a young woman get involved with that kind of life? Does she grow up by it, or does she find it?
Kind of both. Lost my parents when I was 15. Technically, my father abandoned us. My mother. She got sick, he left. When she died, I got shifted into the foster system. You can imagine being a teenager and being shunted place to place didn't mix well. This was back before the living decided that mental health was a priority. Wasn't happy about it, just kept running away and fell in with the wrong crowd.
My condolences.
Finally pulled myself out of it. Found I had a little bit of a skill with acrobatics from all of it.
And that's when you found the circus.
I found a troupe that traveled around the city, place to place. They ended and went solo for a little while. Found another troupe. Left them and been going back and forth ever since.
I see. That is quite the tale. My condolences, Miss Mason, for your family, and for your hardships. Do you perhaps remember where your mother was buried?
I remember. I go once in a while and leave a flower or two when I get the chance.
I shall send for a bouquet to be left there.
It's appreciated. Thank you.
And she nods and smiles at Skye somewhat sadly. She continues to measure out Lucy. She she looks at Lucy again and just kind of furrows her brows. Oh, dear. I need you to put up your arms, please. And she's like grabbing her and making her put out her arms in a T pose.
For dominance.
Yeah. Right, like just doing all of this stuff, like all up in Lucy's space, wrapping her arms around her, you know, doing the whole measurements around the chest and the ass, like just
Mhm.
just it's uh, if you've ever gotten your measurements done, it's
They
so
get really close and
uncomfortable.
personal.
Yeah.
Yep, they do.
She's just doing working along and then taking careful notes, and then finally she is done, and she takes all of her little notes and peels it off from the notepad, sets it on the table. And then she turns to Skye.
Skye just automatically falls into place. She's used to this by now. Not necessarily from Valentina, but whatever she had to get like some sort of costume made. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's the same shit.
Oh, thank you, dear. Miss Lucy, what have you?
Um, it's not too much different from Sky, actually. I was also in the system for most of my life. Never knew who my father was. My mother, she couldn't afford to take care of us. She eventually tried to give me a better life, but I never really got adopted. I was too much of a problem child. Um, Ended up hanging out with one of my friends most of the time from the place that we were, I don't want to call it a home, but I don't even know if it's really considered an orphanage anymore. I don't know what they call them. But I went to school. I was on the wrestling team. They didn't really like a girl trying to join, but when I could beat some of the guys, they didn't really say anything. Almost won states one year. Um, Me and my friend, we also do odd jobs at the local boxing gym, and they let us practice and work out there. Gave us a little bit of money so that we could go and do fun things because you don't really get anything from home that we were in. When I don't remember exactly what happened when I was embraced, but I remember waking up and being like this with my master or my sire staring down at me with a sneer on her face.
Valentina kind of pauses, brings her attention back over to Lucy. What do you mean by master?
Well, she used to like to be called that. I found out that it was called a blood bond, but she used to keep me under very heavy control. I had to do everything that she said.
Oh, one of those.
When
Hmm.
after a while, and I finally started to get to know other Nos in Seattle, they ended up liking me as opposed to most didn't like her because she's very abrasive and she thinks that she's very important and should be. They ended up liking me though. And after a while, I got to the point where I could kind of fuse her and think for myself a little bit. Stopped drinking from her. It took a long time.
My, my. I'm sorry to hear that you've had had such a strenuous relationship with your sire in that regard. It's not exactly common for them to want to be referred by any specific title in that regard. Usually sire is sufficient, it's proper. It is the correct term, so to speak, and that in of itself is implied a certain level of respect. Your elder. And it's also not uncommon that when we are first mates, that we possess a bond to those that are our makers. But I suppose it is a lesson to be had. That the tighter the leash, the more violent the whiplash when it finally breaks. There has to be some degree of give when we mentor another. And for some, in my regards, I almost had no leash. It certainly led to a couple instances where perhaps I had gotten a bit in over my head with things. But that's beside the point. What is your relationship with your sire now?
When I started doing what I wanted a little bit, she would lash out at me, so we don't really have a good relationship anymore. She has said some really hurtful things.
I'm sorry, dear. You certainly don't deserve that.
No, you don't.
Lucy's just going to kind of look down, and you're going to see her kind of like making, like she's balling up her fists and thinking about something.
Valentina will return to Lucy. And she brings her hand underneath Lucy's chin, draws her attention back up to her. Now, dear. Whatever anger you feel now, know that it can be saved for another time. What I have discovered is that in the instance that we find ourselves faced with a vengeance, a need to find a justice, it is best served in patient, steady pace. I apologize for your grief.
I'm sorry. When I remember things that she said, it just... You know, I was pretty like you once. One of the things she told me is that's the reason that she picked me and turned me, is because I didn't deserve to be that pretty when she had to look like she does.
Valentina, her expression just kind of drops, like genuinely saddened. Well, the good news is that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There are a variety of ways that one can be beautiful. Some of the most appraising, successful models that I've gotten to know actually have very interesting deformities. a uniqueness about them. There is such a thing as eclecticism. And even then, regardless of beauty, can there be found art. And you, dear, you are art. And she is going to pace over to the work table and begin setting up an easel, defining some drawing, setting up like an easel and this very large like sketchboard sort of papers that are, I want to say, give or take, like somewhere around like a foot tall, 2 to 3 feet tall, and then a foot wide, and just like large poster boards, right? And she will take some chalk, begin defining a silhouette. And in it, she is trying to figure out sort of this idea, an expression. And as she formulates it, you see she's very loose with how she does it, up until the point that she begins refining specific features and aspects of the outfit and vision she has in mind, until finally she comes to a conclusion of it. And you see, as always, there is some form, some shape, very quickly scrawled notes across about what different textures or fabrics that she intends to use. And then she pulls out her phone. And she's going to go ahead and message out to Darcy to make a couple orders for fabrics, as well as materials. I don't know what goes in a Kevlar vest at all.
Kevlar?
But Kevlar? Okay,
Yeah.
fair. Yeah. But Valentina will know more about the sciences of this than I will. But she will be coming up with all sorts of details and specifications for what sort of fabrics and textures that she needs before she turns to a machine and begins setting it up. All right, then. Well, I certainly have my work ahead for me. My embrace was a conflict, I would have to say. Hugo is an interesting man. Infuriating at times, but interesting. He never actually makes a move unless he believes that it will ultimately intend and relate to an effect of drama, of tragedy, of something that will present as a greater performance by which he can stand in the rafters and the balconies and enjoy and appreciate from afar. He pulls strings for the sake of entertainment, for the passion of it, for the play. And when he came across me, that was precisely what it was. He had a ghoul once. A man named Edward. And I hated Edward. I hated him terribly. That bastard. Edward was given all the means and the specifications by which he could go ahead and obstruct my business. He took it away from me, established himself as a monopoly, and bought it out from me through an aggressive company takeover. And in this process was their fraudulency that I was sure to uncover. The people who are loyal to me remained loyal, and aided me in a great effort to uncover Edward's shenanigans, shall we say. And when that fraud was revealed, it became very, very easy to convince everyone that it would be better if he just disappeared. And most believe he must have gone to, say, Tahiti or Thailand or something, one of those islands, perhaps Singapore. I don't know. Far away. But Edward is not a conflict anymore. And Hugo, ever the watcher, ever entertained, saw that I restored my company, repurchased it, and recrowned myself. And in all of that, he gave me an option. He didn't take it by force. My life, that is. He did not take my life by force. He simply asked me. I'm sure you can guess what came after that. But it does not mean I love Hugo by any means. No. He's a suspicious man. I expect whenever he's involved, something great is about to happen. Something very interesting is about to unfold. And as they say, I believe it was an old Roman insult. And may you live in interesting times. But, that said, now I do want to be a good hostess to the two of you. Is there anything that I might get you?
No, just being here and actually not having people scared of me is nice. Can I make one request though for the outfit that you're doing for me?
Yes. Anything, dear.
Can you make a mask that at least covers up my mouth? That doesn't fall off very easily? Looks nice.
I have just the thing. Come now.
I saw the one, was it a Primogen? Was it that was wearing a mask that in one of the first
Yes.
scenes?
Primogen Therese, yes.
I saw her pretty mask and that gave me the idea.
And there's
It doesn't have to
there's
be that fancy.
and there is a shudder that runs down your spine at the mention of Primogen Swilton, this Visage.
Why is this woman after me?
In fact, you swear, looking into one of the mirrors in the room, for examining when a model tries something on, obviously you need a full view and at all times, so you have some mirrors in here, and you glance into the mirror and you swear just for a moment you can see the woman in the Venetian mask that she wears standing on the other side of that mirror, a finger to her lips, but you blink and nothing.
Valentina will suddenly stand up. staring at the window for a moment before she just rolls her eyes back, realizing how stupid that probably looked to the other two, and brings her attention back forward and plays it off. She returns back to Lucy with a piece, sort of this partial mask piece that already kind of likely already exists from one of the mannequins, and begins to just like hover it over her face and mark out specific features. Well, let's do this then. Tell me, what sort of inspirations do you have for this mask? Don't mind me, I'm just getting the measurements right now. Tell me what your inspiration is, and I will try to meet your vision, dear.
Well, right before I was turned, anime was getting really big, and they had all these samurai things, and I saw that some of them would wear Oni masks. Could you do kind of a female Oni? Something that less monstrous but a little more pretty in the features?
Oh, of course I could do that. That should be simple enough. What is anime?
They're cartoons from Japan that are, I don't
Skye's
know.
already pulling out her phone to show Valentina examples.
Ah, yes, yes, the Japanese porn cartoons. That's right. Yes, I can. You watched that? Never mind. Yes, I can certainly do that.
No, I avoid the ones with the tentacles, thank you. That's gross, and it's ugh.
So
I like the fight scenes.
I have to ask, Skye, what kind of examples are you pulling up? Like, are we talking like
She did
regular?
not search anything specific. She just Googled anime. Whatever comes up on
Dude,
fucking Google search is what comes up.
given I know how that search can go. Roll me a high or low, please.
I'm actually Googling anime right now.
High clan high.
Go on, roll it.
Oh, why me? Make me roll it. How dare you?
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. What
First
pops
thing,
up?
anime titties.
Yeah, anime titties. Yeah, that is. You forgot to turn safe search back on after the last
What is
time.
high school DxD?
No, that's not. If only you were that lucky. What's Bible Black?
Oh God. I was trying to
Thank you
keep it
for
safe
reading
for
my
Twitch,
mind.
thank you very much.
It is safe. It is safe for Twitch. There's nothing wrong with those two words together. Whatever people do outside of Twitch by googling, that is certainly none of my
Uh-huh.
business.
But thank you for reading my mind. we don't we're not going to discuss that one. My apologies. I forgot to turn safe search back on.
Oh, it's quite all right. I believe during backstage I've heard quite a bit about it. It's a pain in the mind.
So, okay, hold on. I just to make sure that we're clear on this. Valentina, aka Spectre, are you happy with implying that your models watch Bible Black?
They're models. I don't know. They're already engaged in some degree of degeneracy. Like
You literally had them taking bumps off of each other's asses, and you draw the line at Bible Black.
Right?
No, I don't care. I just want to make sure that if this is being written immutably and into the record, that Spectre is okay with this.
Yes, the models watch
Models
anime.
are sentient people that can make their own decisions. They can watch whatever anime they.
They rumor about Japanese porn cartoons, and Valentina is just like, yeah, I don't give a shit. This is fine.
I don't get it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's canon.
We have disappointed Coffee greatly.
We have.
If that's all it took.
Yeah, some of them
Valentina,
can get weird, but it's a lot of them are just like normal dramas.
I suppose so. I'm not too familiar with them. Honestly, I don't watch any sort of television very recently. I'm often a bit too busy. Here we go. She presents the mask to, like, sort of the outline of the mask to Lucy. So, I was thinking about this design right here. We can start with this, and then I was also making a consideration of a mechanism. How it would stay upon your face is more, not quite like a helmet, but something else. I was thinking we could design it more like a guard that is associated with a neck protector. It's just an odd one, but trust me on this. Intentionally, the only things that could realistically stop you are two things: stake and cutting off your head. I suppose three things. There's also fire. But, well, I trust that you're not going to get too involved with that in the near future.
I hope not. The only fire I've seen lately is fake.
A fake
It run
fire?
up to our minds that it made us run.
It felt real. No, I don't. Yeah, one of the guys we ran up against, he made us think there was fire.
Oh, yes, the illusionist.
Hmm?
Fascinating. I should like to know how to do that someday. It might actually
Well,
you.
prove to be very useful for the runway shows.
if we catch him, you can ask him.
If you're implying as if that's even an option. We will catch him.
No, I wasn't implying on the fact that we couldn't catch him. It's the fact that he may not survive the next encounter.
Ah, true, that is a very good sentiment to hold. I like your thinking, Miss Mason.
I am learning how to take them alive more often.
It's convenience. It allows us a little bit of leeway, but only if we have the means to interrogate them appropriately, which unfortunately seems we're not too equipped for as a group. No, Sabat is generally, it's much like a rabid dog. It's already been infected. There's no saving it. So you just have to put it down. And it saves everyone a world of suffering. But that doesn't mean... And she thinks... Valentina pauses for a moment as she thinks back in her head and to what Seneschal, or rather Prince Selena, was thinking. Mentioned before that the Sabbats are probably one of the more effective tools against the Bali. Problem is that whether or not they are actually being manipulated by them is the conflict. And so she thinks about her own sentiment there of just getting rid of them and wonders back to a statement that Judge had asked once. can they be rehabilitated? It keeps coming into her mind, oddly enough. Over and over again. She's not sure why she keeps getting that indication. Or even if it's useful.
What are you
Regard-
thinking about?
Ah, nothing. Just a few sentiments that have been lasting throughout our journeys these few nights. We've come into contact with a variety of conflicts, I have to say. It's hard to drag my mind away from it. This is quite the bit of reprieve. Thank you. Both of you.
Are you sure you're a Toreador? I know I'm, aside from the mouth, I'm less ugly than most of my kin. But I've never met one that's nice to me like you are.
Oh, goodness. Well, the cattiness is a feature, but it doesn't have to be the rule.
Usually, yeah.
Besides, I have plenty of reasons to want to be your friend, Miss Lucy. Most of them revolve around the fact that, quite frankly, you're a sweet young woman. And I would hate to have to see you in any sort of trouble or further terror. But don't tell anyone I said that, of course. If anyone were to suspect that I had such a soft heart, they would go ahead and slash it to bits. I'm sure you understand that.
I'd like to see them
Yeah.
try for one. Be putting up one hell of a fight.
Well, they certainly wouldn't gain from it. Not with you two behind me. Now then. Hopefully you two don't mind, but we're going to be here for just a moment longer while I go ahead and begin with the base. I need to make sure that the fabric works, so... Excuse me. And she begins to hover towards both of you with some fabric in her hands and a ball of needles in the other. And you feel a slight twinge of fear run through you as she
You've
has
never
like
seen
this.
Valentina smile like that.
Yeah, precisely.
It's not how Valentina's approaching Skye, it's the smile. The smile is what does it.
And yeah, I would like to go ahead and begin crafting these designs. So we got the base, we got all of the groundwork laid out, and now we
Yes.
begin the work.
Yes, indeed, we do. So the first thing I'm gonna ask you for a couple rolls right now.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I'm gonna ask you is for an intelligence craft.
Intelligence craft. All right.
Mhm. This is to ensure the basically the integrity of your blueprints, the designs you have in your mind, the dimensions and things of that nature. Will it all work? Will it all fit together? How will that influence you actually beginning to craft such things?
Yes, I was thinking for a second there. I'm like, do I rouse? Do I not rouse? I'm at 3 hunger. I don't rouse.
No, yeah, you don't.
All right, that's not terrible. I'll go ahead and re-roll 2 dice. So 3.
Noted. 3 dice for intelligence craft. Now, is there anything specific you would like these designs to invoke, because I can give you some extra stuff if you make extra rolls, obviously.
So, there's a few details about this that are important. One is obviously I wanted to match the nature, this very biblical effect that has been expressed through Ashton's vision. His vision was the inspiration for the line. So I am following the blueprint that he described first and foremost. And I want to have that evocation of faith, of nobility, of godliness that he himself carries.
Okay. I will allow you... I will allow you a choice of which attribute and which skill you'll roll here. And depending on... the results will be lensed through whatever role you pick. You may pick one of intelligence or wits for your attribute. For your skill, you may choose occult or insight.
Oh wow, all of that sucks. All right. It's all the same, so I guess I'm just going to, for the flavor effect, I'm going with insight, and we'll do wits. I'm probably gonna get like nothing on this, but
Wits insight.
one success.
One success. Okay. Duly noted. Finally, I would like you to make me a dexterity craft. This is actually like you physically moving around and...
Yes. I can do that.
Oh, I bet you can.
That's 4 successes.
Oh, okay. So you have started on this. Yes, you have some very nice mock-ups, and you're liking the way that this is coming together. You feel as if there is a little something missing, but it's not as if it's missing from the design as a whole. It's just missing from your current mock-up. Maybe it just needs a bit more done to it first before your vision in that sense is truly realized.
I need Mr. Sacks here. I need Mr. Sacks here. There is something that I am, a certain je ne sais quoi that I need.
But the mock-ups are done, and they look good. They need some adjustment, but they look good.
All right.
That is
And with the
the start of your project rolls. You'll need some more successes before it's done, but
yes, but that comes at a later point. This will be an ongoing project.
it will be, yes.
Wonderful. Valentina, after a moment, a very, like, give or take 2-3 hours, eventually pulls off all of the materials off of you. And she will go ahead and lay everything out upon the mannequins, make sure it is all set up, neat, orderly, the measurements are exact, etc., etc. Before finally she turns to the two of you and just smiles. Thank you so much, you two. There is, I suppose one more matter.
Which would be.
You've aided me greatly in a project that I have participated. Took it upon myself to begin. How may I help the two of you?
I honestly don't even know where to start with that one. If there is anything.
Well, I suppose if it's lost on you at the moment, there's no problem in that.
I know what I have a lot of really practical clothes for when I have to do work and stuff. I haven't had anything really pretty in a while. I'd like to have some nice things in case we have to go to court or go out and do things.
You know, I might just have the thing for you. She stands and takes Lucy's hand and leads her to one of the sort of this room closet. When she opens the door, you see that it's like walk in, it's almost like an entire small retail store in just this
Racks
one.
everywhere.
Yeah, racks everywhere. There's like shelves for shoes that are on display, etc. Just this whole ornate setup for just clothes. And she will bring you along, begin going through one of the racks where, not even a rack, she brings you along to a glass case. And inside is a dress that has this almost galaxy effect to it. It is long, it is beautiful and form-fitting, and it has these purples and blues. It starts black and fades out into these purples and blues with gemstones trailing down it, almost like rain, but in the mixture of purples and blues, it gives it this space effect, like the stars above. There is a couple layers to the sleeves that flow along with it, that is sheer. She pulls it out, presents it to you. She reaches around your head and kind of like forcefully pulls out the scrunchie and fluffs your hair out before handing the dress to you. Try this on, dear.
Are you sure this is really pretty?
Go right on ahead. It'll match you pleasantly.
And she'll step around the side of a little bit out of view and start changing.
And you find that, shockingly, it does fit you rather well, in fact. There's a slight stretch to the dress that actually makes it so that it is more form-fitting for a variety of sizes, but you fit within the range very comfortably. And when you come back around, she looks at you and double checks. She goes over to another shelf where there is a variety of small pieces of sparkling jewelry, and she takes bits from it, returns to you with a set of earrings and a sort of this like thinner silver necklace. You're not allergic, are you?
Oh no.
Very good. Here you are. She presents it to you, and you see that the gemstones match your eyes. This glowing magenta within them.
Lucy will put them on.
And with that, she takes you by the shoulders, directs you to the front of the mirror, and Lucy, what you see is that as you move, the sheer portion of the dress along the sleeves floats behind you like smoke. As if you are trailing the stars behind you. Valentina just positions your head, kind of brings her hands to your cheeks and has you look straight ahead, like physically manipulating you again to stand a certain way, to pose. And then she's like, she pulls your shoulders back. And then, when you show up at Elysium, you stand with a straight back. You may use this dress as you see fit. You don't have to worry about bringing it back to me, unless it is damaged, in which case I will fix it. But when you arrive at Elysium, you wear this with a straight back. You present yourself with pride. You do not wear a mask. Let it be known,
Sure.
I'm absolutely positive. Never, never, ever, ever let any other kindred tell you to hide yourself. If it is for the masquerade, it is within reason. There is a purpose to it. But if it is Elysium, if you are among your kind, when you are presenting to the court, you are of a clan, you are of a bloodline, you have a lineage, and you are of yourself. Be proud. Be powerful. Be there with purpose. Do not allow them to tell you to shrink yourself down. You understand?
Lucy will nod. Gavin, I'm going to make a check. I'm going to let you decide the difficulty of this.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm going to do a composure resolve to see if Lucy starts crying.
Oh!
Oh.
Yeah, compose your resolve, please.
You get to decide the DC.
Yep. I got it.
Nope.
Oh!
It's not that you burst into tears, you're not sobbing or anything like that.
Oh, no.
But Valentina, you do see that there are streaks of red running down Lucy's cheeks. Slow, but they're there.
Oh dear. She pulls out a handkerchief and just goes ahead and begins gently dabbing Lucy's face.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't get anything.
Oh no, you're perfectly fine, my dear. Don't worry one bit. Don't worry one bit.
You managed to not get
Tonight.
blood on the dress.
Yeah. Tonight, don't worry about trying to be strong. Just know, this is what girls' night is for. Everything that happens tonight will be our secrets. So cry
Never
as
had a
much as you
girls'
need.
night before. I was always around a lot of boys. I was in the home. This is nice.
I never
Don't
really
get
had
me
anyone
wrong, I
to have
enjoyed
one with.
fighting and wrestling them, but it was fun. We had a great time. We always laughed, but I always had to be tough. I'm sorry, Skye, what were you saying?
I never really had enough friends to have any with. But she's gonna go over and kind of playfully hook an arm around Lucy's neck. Yeah, well, just part of the Clueless Orphans Club.
Maybe that's why me and you get along.
Didn't even know it.
The implications of that are what I would call in the what we call in the business very funny.
Thank you, guys.
Anytime, dear. We'll just make this a regular occurrence when we can. We all need to remind ourselves that there is literally anything else other than monsters and knives and blood and all sorts of ridiculousness beyond the walls of this place. So,
I
should
think
you need
this
a
is the
refuge?
most human I've ever felt since I got turned.
Oh,
We are definitely
well,
going to do this more often then.
agreed.
I think
And Lucy is going to get the hell out of this dress before she messes it up, before she actually goes to Elysium. Because she's probably standing there like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
that would definitely make sense. And I think in that moment, we shall take a pause on that scene there and come back to the girls in a little bit as the three grapple with doing something so very human in a world where they've been forced to be inhumane for so very long. And we're going to take a quick standby here for some technical issues. As Coffee, our dear Mr. Wellsworth, is having issues with his mic, and he's going to need to restart his PC and therefore the stream to do that. So we're going to go ahead and fix that really, really quickly, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. The stream will go offline for a little bit, but we will be back. All right, we are back in Brisbane by Night Hellfire. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. We just had to kind of rejigger some stuff to make sure that Coffee could do the thing with the thing and actually speak with his voice hole that you'll be able to hear. So we take a step away from the three girls for a moment to zoom out first on a little bit of feeding. So first things first, who needs to feed?
Hello. I do.
1, 2, and I
I
know
certainly do, darling.
that's 3. Lucy, Skye, Judge, does anyone else need to feed?
I am good.
I'm at 1, so I'm good.
Yep. Lucy, do you need to feed, or are you good? CJ looks a little. CJ looks a little frozen.
Nope, maybe.
Uh-oh.
From one tech issue to another.
Oh dear.
I just saw him blink. I just
Oh,
saw him
he
blink.
moved.
He's
There we go.
alive.
He moved.
It might be Discord.
Discord might be derping.
I got it.
Boy.
I got it. We can come back to him though.
Yeah, we'll go back on that. For the 3 that do have to feed, give me your hunting rolls.
All right.
Assisting someone if they need it.
Yes, and if you'd like assistance, whoever Judge can assist. One of you will
Yeah.
have the assistance of Judge.
Who wants the assistance of Judge?
Does Judge have subterfuge?
Let me double check. Nope.
You're useless to me. Get out of here. All right. Can I-
Listen, I know you have medicine, right?
Yeah.
I'll take medicine.
Mine's
All right.
persuasion, so.
You see, I have persuasion. I don't have subterfuge.
You know what? I'll figure out my hunting and then I'll help Clayton. That's
Oh.
what we'll do.
Okay, we've done it before, bestie.
We've done it before. Okay. I can go ahead and what I have. Can I use my fame?
You can.
Sweet. Plonk.
You're currently 1 down.
I'm not going to be anymore. Let me go ahead and willpower reroll.
Yeah.
I'll take how many do I got? I can do 3. I'll do 3. There's the one.
No.
And you make it without a missing crit.
Yeah. All right.
All right, roll
Cool.
yours, Clayton, because I get to do a very fun thing after you do.
Yep, and you'll be able to take as much as you need. We'll roll resonances later.
Cool.
Oh, I don't need the roll for resonance. I need to roll. I need to roll a frenzy check.
You do.
Because I'm going from 4 to 1.
Yep.
Looks like I only did.
Oh, you're going from 4 to 1. You're taking 3.
From a dead corpse, yes, which is the max
3.
you can take from a corpse.
Yep, 3 from a corpse. Okay. Go ahead and roll your
Negotiation as
frenzy
a
check.
persuasion specialty. Is that going to apply here or no?
No,
I didn't think so.
not for Seeing Queen. But yes, Ashton, make your frenzy check. Clayton, go ahead and make your check with a +1 because you've got. Okay.
Well,
You're at
how-
you're at 4.
Oh, thank
Ashton, you
God.
make your frenzy check.
Oh, thank heavens.
So Clayton, you can spend a willpower.
Which I did.
You did
Yep.
it.
Yeah. All right. And it is of your type, so you're not gonna spend willpower to drink it. How much are you taking? 2?
Yes.
Okay. So you 3 have had your drinks
Yay.
with little to no actual, like, very uneventful, which is I mean, a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing because you guys aren't getting screwed over. A bad thing because I like screwing you over. It's very funny.
I
You
did
roll
have
resonance.
I did have a question for you though. Since we
Yes.
may not be doing the scene to upgrade Ashton's home, am I going to consider my desire fulfilled? Because that was my desire for the
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It'll be happening in the background, but yes, I will consider that fulfilled because you as Clayton will still be doing it.
Yes.
It's just we're just gonna be having that happen in the background rather as not as an actual scene.
Okay.
So you're okay on that front.
I
Okay.
am, just as a point of order, I am going to rouse twice for healing superficial damage.
Can I help this man heal his aggravated?
You can.
Okay. Only costs 1 to heal both.
Yep. And you may, Judge, if you want to use Valorant on Clayton, you may.
Fuck yeah.
So that's alright. That's a rouse check, and then your Valorant roll.
Give me some dap, good bean.
Oh, you
So
made
just
me
because I heard a
rouse.
bading and bading back. Yeah, you can hear us now, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I was asking you if Lucy needed to feed.
Oh, I did not hear that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
were
no, that's
completely
exactly
dead to the world.
Yeah, that's exactly why I was like, hey, you might need to restart your Discord because maybe Discord's being screwy.
No, Lucy is still at 1 hunger.
Okay.
She has not really, like, since the one time she fed, like, and she actually pushed herself. She's been being a good girl.
I talked too well.
Valentina's been spending more blood than she has. Wow, alright.
I haven't had to fight.
Very
I
fair, sir.
do
Alright, Judge,
believe,
you're not gonna get hungrier for this.
I do believe it's intelligence discipline for this.
I can help you check that right now. Intelligence, yes, intelligence discipline.
All right.
Against difficulty 2. You'll heal 1 aggravated per 3 successes. Given that you're using Valorant, I will also allow aggravated to turn into superficial once all of the other superficial is healed.
Yeah, I'm set
Ooh.
on all my superficial at the moment.
Alright, so each success will turn a superficial into an aggravated. Every 3 will just straight up heal an aggravated.
All right. Where the fuck did it go? I need to reroll that because that is shitty. And man, goddamn.
Oh my. Yeah.
My dice fucked me.
3
Well,
successes?
I hope still aggravated.
Well, you'll heal Clayton of an aggravated, but that's all you're able to do for him this night.
A very interesting power.
Welcome to the wonders of the salubri.
They're tasty. I mean,
Crazy.
Please don't bite
Well, I
me.
mean, I mean, they are. That's kind of their entire pain, actually. They are very tasty, like Third Eye, and they're very tasty. But we
It
now,
cost me nothing to heal you.
with all of the minutia, somewhat out of the way, Ashton, you left Clayton behind at your sire's to deal with the cleanup, because that's what happened last session. I was remembering. See? Caffeine. Wonders. To go back to your new haven. The church and funeral home that sits in the cemetery in Mount Gravatt. And there was someone that you wanted to meet here after feeding, which you did on your way.
There's definitely someone I'd like to meet here. An old friend of mine, he came over from the States with me. I had hoped that perhaps if he followed me, then maybe he wouldn't fall within the same grounds that we did before. Given that both of us used to be Shalamites. Although,
Not that he necessarily knows what that means.
although I haven't heard a lot from him since. That worries me.
Hmm. And so, you reach out and you wait. You wait. And you wait. And eventually a car will pull up to the church. And it's an old beater, but that will hop. One Everett Vandren. He seems apprehensive about being here. And just from an outward look, you can tell he's a little worse for wear than when you last saw him, but it's not to the point of, like, major concern. He just seems a little bit more ragged. As if life just hasn't been all that kind.
Ashton's gaze will fall upon him. He's sort of standing outside of his new abode, sort of hugging himself a bit. His eyes trickling up and down for a moment, waiting for him to approach.
And he would. You know, even though you're not, well, we both escaped that shit, you still look as creepy as you ever did. Did that place really leave that much of a mark on you, or is that just who you are? Fucking weird, man.
Probably a little bit of both. And the wars did quite a number on me. But I'd say that that place did almost an equal amount.
You know, I'm still surprised you, like, look like that. Just, like, you said you served in Vietnam? Like, that shit was like 80 years ago now. Sorry, 60 years ago.
So say it's like he served in World War II and Korea. But yeah,
I imagine you probably didn't.
Yeah.
You probably haven't told him about the fact that you served in World War II, because that would be breaking the masquerade.
that would definitely be, yeah. Well, can you repeat what you said one last time? Sorry. Ashton mode makes my brain a little foggy.
You look so young. Given, like, yeah, you said that you were in the wars, in Vietnam Wars, and that shit was 60 years ago, and yet you still look like that.
Well, maybe it's all the radiation, you know. Who knows? Those sorts of
Radiation.
places with the chemicals. Oh, you don't want to know. Although that was more so where we were and less where I was.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Suppose that would explain why you look so hard-boiled.
Oh, Yeah, a lot of people sort of pointed out I'm used to it at this point. It's just sort of become part of who I am.
Look, I just look. I'm sure you didn't invite me out here just to, I don't know, do whatever this is. So what's up? Why am I here?
I haven't heard from you since we got here.
Well, yeah, I've been trying to keep my head down.
If that has been successful, then well, I'm glad. The place that we both were at was not very good to us, nor was it good for us. The things that we saw, the things that we almost did, the things that we did do. Normal people aren't supposed to do those sorts of things.
Well, you're not wrong. It's not like we have any sense of normal anymore. They took that, but I mean, what's to do about it?
The only thing to do is to move on, really, and I was hoping that, given that I helped you out over here, I'd be part of that process.
Well, when you tell me where you fit into it, sure.
Everyone needs a rock, Vandrin. I've always been a good listener. There are the Masons would be jealous of the wall that I've become. It's especially coming from where we did, not a lot of people are bound to understand the things that me and you have seen. And I doubt that you're fully over the things that you have. Nor am I. And I bet that this place has been a challenge for you as it has for me. Because I do find myself back in old habits once in a while. And some of them are quite hard to stop. Which is why we should be holding each other accountable. Recovery isn't meant to be a solo job.
And it hasn't been. At least as far as the beginnings of it are concerned, but there are some parts you do have to go alone. Like, look, I appreciate the concern, I do. But like, I'm protecting my peace.
Your peace.
Yeah. I've kind of settled into a new life and it's peaceful.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you found peace. I guess I've found my own source of the same. So he kind of turns his head to look behind him at the church.
I jumped from a cult to a cult, eh?
At least this cult is honest. For the most part. There's some sort of mortal or some sort of moral building blocks there. A code to follow that doesn't mean that I have to sully myself in the darkness.
Hmm.
It's been very accepting of the person I am. Something that I have not found in quite some time. Have you found that acceptance yet?
In a way.
In a way. Well, you see what I turn to? Would it be...
Oh, Ashton,
Yes.
can you make me a composure subterfuge, please?
Composure subterfuge for what? Uh-oh. Oh no!
Because you're currently doing this thing where you're like lying through your teeth, kinda? Like you're trying to bluff your way through this?
How am I lying to this man at all?
By omission. Heavy omission.
That I found acceptance in Christ?
No, it's more the thing about the darkness. Because that's not true. Technically, you're kind of bathed in it. Yes, you found acceptance in Christ, but you ain't walking in the light.
I ain't walking in the light. Alright. Let's do one of these. That's crazy. Okay. Oh. Yep. No. Yeah, he sees through me. By omission. Granted.
Well, you have willpower to spend.
Not that I'm gonna beat that.
It's only 3.
Yeah, I only have 2 dice.
You might get 2 successes.
He's the attacker.
You might get a crit.
I might get a crit. This man trying to push me for fine. I didn't, but
Not to mention reducing the margin is always a good idea.
Yeah.
Because even if he wins, it means it gives them less.
That's fair. Yeah. I have a lot.
Everett kind of stops and considers. I don't know. Have you really?
Found acceptance.
No. You said that you strayed away from the darkness. Have you really straight away? And the answer to that truly is no, because you play around with the abyss all the damn time. Because, I mean, you do seem a lot less animated than when we last spoke.
I would say that there are some key differences between the dark I sit in now and the one that we sat in before.
Is there really a difference?
This one doesn't drive me to kill.
No, it's the blood in your veins that does that. You hear from the back of your mind.
And while this one is a lot more somber than the void that we both stared in, I think I'd rather take the weight of that than feel nothing at all. Because at least now I feel something.
Okay. You know, I always wondered why you found it so easy. Just walk away.
I wouldn't say it was easy. But then I guess with that wording, that means it's been hard for you.
Night terrors, mostly. That's why I'm even fucking awake right now.
Sometimes I think I hear things. And I know they're not there, but I still talk to them. Because they answer me. They always know what to say, and I think that's what scares me the most.
Do you listen?
Sometimes it's hard not to. I've heard gunfire directly next to my ear, and yet somehow, on very rare occasions, the voices grow ever so louder than that.
You you see a shrink about that?
There was a time that I considered trying to. But then again, if we were to tell anyone the kind of things that they did there and what that place even was, they'd lock us up.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think I could stand being in a place, a repeated room, knowing that everything was real. I think that would drive me madder than anything in that compound did. Because despite the horrors, the fact that no one would believe us is what drives me crazy.
This world's made up of the unbelievable. I've had guidance to show me that.
You have. What sort of guidance have you been seeing? Been listening to, if it's not too much to ask?
I met someone.
Oh. Have you?
Didn't think I'd have earthly attachments like that, but hey, here we are.
They treat you well.
Yeah. Well enough.
Well enough.
I have no reason to complain, let's put it that way.
What's their name?
Natasha.
Natasha. There's a pain in him that he is feeling a little bit.
Oh?
Oh yeah, he doesn't like that, but
Do elaborate.
oh, this man is madly in love with the guy sitting in front of him, and he is so closeted it's not even funny. It's like a needle just like drove through his undead heart at the mention of that.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Enough such that... Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Okay.
He's throwing daggers in your heart, man.
He is. Just a
No,
few.
no. Duly noted that you feel like that, because that's actually very important.
I have been referencing this the last few sessions. He shifts a bit. Well, Well, you found companionship and I found religion. I guess people do heal in different ways.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Just sort of stares off for a moment. It might take him a minute before he sort of zones back into reality. He glazes over.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to accept the invitation, but there are some late night services. Not here, but there's another place I find peace in.
You're asking me to charge.
I'm not saying you have to go, because that would be unfair to expect something like that out of you. Considering where we came from, to go back into any sort of sanctified place would be a stretch.
Hmm. He kind of ponders for a few moments. Oh, take the invite under consideration.
That is all I ask. Thank you.
Well,
Glad to see that you've seemingly been well. Although you know how to get into contact with me. So please do check in once in a while at least.
yeah, when life allows. I mean, we're both adults, we're both busy.
Of course. Funnily enough, I'm a mortician now. That's been an interesting venture. Coming from over there to here and using that to make money, it's been strange.
I was wondering how you were doing that.
Well, we did learn a lot about the dead. I guess, to put that to use somehow. I was a medic before, so I guess it's not exactly a disconnect there.
Yeah. I guess there's one way to fix that. Use it to your advantage.
That's a particular type of wording. That's strange. Use it to your advantage. Okay, hold on.
Well, it's something that I would consider to be traumatic. So yeah, use it to your advantage. The silver lining, as it were, I guess. if you could call it that.
I don't exactly think there's a lot of silver linings about the compound. I would say it was the people we met in there, but we're sort of the only two that seem to have been wise enough to get the hell out before it got too dark.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sometimes. Go on. Sorry.
that's a way to look at it.
Sometimes I wonder about those people and what's become of them.
Probably dead.
Well, I'd hope not. Though I guess if it were going in any sort of direction, it would be going there. The irrational side of me wonders if any of them followed us over here.
I wouldn't be able to say.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't exactly be looking for that sort of thing. You'd probably want to avoid it.
Oh, yeah. Look, I'll let you get back to it. I'm gonna head home and try and get some sleep.
Sorry for calling you out so late.
Well, hey, I was awake. I could have just said no.
I suppose that's fair.
But, it was good. We'll catch up soon.
I'd hope so. Have a good night, Vandrin.
You too, Ash. And he's gonna wander back to his car and drive away whilst you're left there with a distinctly hollow feeling in your chest.
Natasha. Her name was Natasha. How I'd wish to be Natasha.
As they drive off, once out of your eye shot, someone would appear in the passenger seat.
Oh, does someone appear in the passenger seat? Do I see who appears in the passenger seat?
You do not, they're out of your eye shot.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah. He'll go back into his domicile for a moment. In case it didn't pick up on the mic, I will then say it again as...
Yep, no, I did
Yeah,
hear how you wish to be Natasha.
Yep.
The woman seems to turn to Vandrin as he drives. He seems to talk quite a bit, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he does. Are you going to take his invitation? I don't know. Should I? It may be to our benefit. I will assess the situation. We're gonna leave that scene there.
Fuck you.
Ashton,
Yes.
take a stain for me.
Oh no! I'm taking a stain.
Yes,
Oh, for what?
your touchstone was damaged.
Was he?
A touchstone is also damaged if they change in a way the vampire doesn't approve of.
Yep. Oh no.
That's why I asked you. It's like, really?
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah,
All right.
that's a stain. Because you don't approve one bit, and neither does the beast. That should be... He's yours. That should be you. But it's not. It's some bitch by the name of Natasha, apparently.
Some bitch with the name of Natasha, apparently. Yep.
The kindred condition is a jealous, envious, fickle, and violent thing.
Suppose it is.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now, I know you do need to dip somewhat soon. So you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna have you roll remorse now.
All right. I don't think I have anything to buff this.
No,
up.
you can't buff it out.
Oh well. I can't. Oh no. All right.
And yet, for as envious as you are, you realize the gravity of your sin, and you feel terrible that you feel the way that you do. You can't help it. It's just... Maybe it's a jealousy as a matter of being human. Who knows? But you do not lose humanity.
Yay. Humanity, boss. This man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Did that. Did this. So. Judge or Clayton? Who would like to go next?
I vote Mr. Venture.
How dare you?
Yes, I do know that you had to dip somewhat soon, Velocity. So I figured that we'd get that out of the way because yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. I think I do have to dip now, so I'll send you votes.
Bye.
Yep, send me the votes.
All right. Good night.
You rest well, Velocity.
Nice.
Bye.
Why?
Yay.
So, it seems like Mr. Venture is going to be up to bat.
Sure.
Clayton. Flip a coin to roll a d2. On 1, you'll be trying to check in on Spencer. On 2, you'll be trying to check in on Helena.
Not the 2.
Wonderful. So, perhaps this is Perhaps this is a stalking more than anything. But you do find that when you go to see your wife at home, your ex-wife, that is,
Hmm.
that she is in the hospital. Not for anything serious, just she's getting on in her years, so some minor health complications, observation, that kind of thing. She's not injured or anything majorly like that.
Hmm. When
But
I found out, I likely got concerned.
yeah, and you wanted to have a look. But of course, at this time of night, visiting would be closed, so you would need to make your to kind of subterfuge your way in and watch. How do you go about doing that? Getting the staff to let you in to see her.
Probably in the one way that I know how, and that would be to be dressed in the jumpsuit of a SafeNet security agent. Maybe looking a bit on in the years myself. And going about checking the security systems of the place. Maybe using that as my cover.
Sure. So you check. I'd like you to make me then your choice of composure or manipulation subterfuge
Composure.
with a +2. With a +2, because your backgrounds and everything come together to kind of
Because I am. I have
make
credentials.
this make this very believable. Yes. It's more you're rolling to be like, yes, I'm meant to be here right now.
Yes. And
That's 4.
I will spend willpower to do the extra 3. Ooh, well, that'll be a crit on 8.
8. Okay. Wait, you're the maintenance guy?
Yes.
Thank God, we've been waiting for you for days.
I apologize for the delay, but yes, to show me where the issue might be, I'll get right on it.
Yeah. Look, it's this floor in specific. Let me take you to the switch room so that you can plug it in. And they would take you to this basically because there's just basically on each floor of a hospital there's like a switch room that has all the networking that networks all the wireless access points for all the devices that then all leads down into the main server room down underground in the basement. And you get led to this room. It's like you got the keys for this, yeah? And you would. Yeah, look, we're kind of a little flooded tonight. I've been on call for like 16 hours and I've still got more to do. I'm gonna just leave you to it, yeah? check it at the desk before you leave, and happy whatever it is that you do. I'm too tired for this shit. I need a coffee. And he's gonna the poor nurse is gonna go
Not to worry,
try
mate.
and find themselves some caffeine.
I'll get right on it. I am going to, in fact, repair what it is that's going on here anyway. Might as well log it.
Yeah, so it's routine maintenance. I'll have you go ahead and make me a, we'll call it an intelligence technology.
Fantastic. And it wouldn't be specifically mobile applications, but
No, would not. Not developing a mobile phone app.
no, I am not developing an app. But we have an app for these things.
Two is enough. It's routine maintenance, so it's not anything super difficult for someone in the know. And you're typing away and generating the required reports and everything so that you can report this back to, the actual IT guys at the hospital so that they know what's going on. And of course, while you're there, you manage to make yourself a swipe pass because you can do that. You have access to the door security. And it just so happens that this switch room is right next to the room where Helena is staying. So it's very, very easy for you to either watch from outside or swipe in.
Is she asleep when I peer in?
Yes.
Quietly. Swipe the door. Make sure it doesn't make any noise. I don't want to be seen looming. I don't want to be looking like a stalker.
Ah, yes, the wonders of trying to keep up appearances when you're doing something creepy like stalking your ex-wife that you still love.
Still concerned about. She's getting on in years.
And
I'm not.
oh yeah, she looks quite a bit older than when you last saw her. Smaller, frailer, quite a large amount more pale. You can see she is currently on a slow blood transfusion.
Is her chart on the door, or is it?
It'd be at the foot of the bed, but yes.
Let's see if there's something I can glean from it, something I could. Now, I can't pass words when it comes to medicine. Here for there.
Well, it's why I'm gonna make you roll it into medicine for me.
Yep, that's going to go poorly. But maybe, just maybe, I can glean something here. What the blood transfusion's for, at least.
Okay, so you don't recognize a lot of the words on here, but there are a couple that you do. Heart murmurs, arrhythmia, anemic.
She never had history of anemia when we were together.
No. and that you see that there's also an underlying of cardiac arrest risk.
Now,
Pushes beginning to give out.
now I'm just more concerned. She's only in her 70s, much like I am.
Yeah. So what happened?
Yeah. And if she were to discover that I'm looking into her private affairs, she'd have my head. I know her.
Oh, she would.
It's none of my business now that we're divorced. Since we
And yet
divorced
you
17 years ago.
and yet you can't help it. She's moved on, you haven't.
In a way I haven't.
She's aged, you haven't. Death knocks at her door. But the Reaper already came for you and left what it is you are now behind. There's always a second chance, of course. But it's a horrific alternative.
I'll have to trust the doctors. Can't interfere.
Trusting others with what is yours. Look how well that's gone for you in the past. There is that little niggling voice in the back of your head, reminding you of times just very similar to this one where things have gone completely tits up. And you're the one who's been left paying the price because of the lack of care of others. But you could fix that. You could fix that right now. You could fix this right now.
The kinds of thoughts that are going through his mind is whether he could potentially ghoul her or embrace her. But he won't.
You can. What's stopping you from preserving what it is that you love most?
I could. I have that power.
You do.
But it's not right.
It wasn't right for her to remarry either. It wasn't right that you were separated in this way. None of this is right, and you know it.
I made that choice. It was the
You
right
shouldn't
choice.
have.
It's for her protection.
You shouldn't have had to have made that choice, and you know it.
I wasn't asked. I made that choice. And I'm confident it's
Then-
still the right one.
Are you really?
He treats her well.
Does he?
I've done background checks. I've spied on him. I've made sure.
All that transgression, all that paranoia, every last little bit of control, and yet you simply won't reach out and grab the controls yourself.
She deserves to be happy.
And who says you can't do that?
I can't make her happy anymore.
You don't know that. Because you removed yourself from the equation before you ever tried.
It was still the right choice.
Yeah. And you know it. So do your kids. It seems the that little voice inside of your head is particularly barbed today.
Our children will live their own lives, as will she, as will I.
Well,
The
but look at that
distance-
chart. Not necessarily.
The distance was necessary. And I will get to the bottom of why it is that she's suffering from anemia, or at least make sure that the doctors are addressing it in a timely manner.
Yes, but it always comes down to someone else. Always someone else. Perhaps this is where we failed with the other two. Nova and Wendigo. Because you weren't prepared to take the reins, and I mean, you won't let me out. You won't let me do what needs to be done. You're so content with keeping yourself on a leash.
Because I know what kind of monster I am.
A monster of a clan of kings who won't even take his own crown.
I am not deserving of any crown. I'm a teacher.
And yet, kingdom and kingship is in your very blood. So why deny it? Your darling subjects are right here. You just have to take the reins.
I'm not that arrogant.
Do you?
No. Because that is you. That is that side of me. This moment, I am just Clayton Wellsworth. I am not a Ventrue in this moment.
But you always are. And you always will be. Till the day you face the sun. You are Ventrue.
Until the day I meet the sun, I will keep you
And you say you're not arrogant. But it quiesces after that.
I get out my phone and I take a picture of a chart. Set it back in its little cubby on the bed.
Yep.
I miss you, he says, quietly, out loud.
Murmuring it to himself, yeah.
I always will.
She doesn't seem to stir. She is on EKG, so you can hear the beep of the EKG.
He waits for another moment before opening the door and taking his leave.
And as you walk out, the only thing left to you is that thought of you can fix this. You could fix all of this. You just have to be brave enough to pull the trigger.
I won't take that away from her. It'll be sad when she goes. But that's life. And Victoria, Miss Gareth, she told me that I'll see lots of times that I'll have to let people go. It'll happen with Spencer too. It'll happen with my children. And their children. And their children too. And every time it'll break my heart. There's maybe a tear kind of welling up in the corner of his eye before he addresses it and straightens up. Curious that her husband's not here.
It is outside of visiting hours.
True.
She is only meant to be in for observation.
It would be nosy of me to give him a call.
It would.
It would also be very late, and that's inconsiderate as well.
And so you're just left to wonder.
Just left to wonder.
Yes. Clayton. I also need you to take a stain for me, please.
Why?
Because your touchstone is damaged, and you've identified that what's going on with her is specifically unnatural. She doesn't have a history of anemia or heart problems. You know this, and yet it's popped up out of nowhere. She's getting older, sure, but not like that. And you identified it very clearly. Somebody has done something to your touchstone, and you know it. You just don't know who, and you don't know what.
I do intend to get to the bottom of it. Maybe that's what my determination is for next.
Yeah, and we'll deal with that little stain at the end of the session. Okay. Judge, my boy!
Yeah.
So you have a choice. Would you like to spy on Queen first, or would you like to go and talk to your sire first?
What time is it?
It would be kind of getting onto, like, very late night, early morning. So, like, beginning to push, like, midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m.-ish.
Okay, I still got a bit of time. Because I'm waiting for a specific hour at night for when they potentially find a place to try and lay down for day sleep. So I got time.
Oh, you're looking to try and snipe and see if you can see Queen's Haven, where Queen's
Yep.
sleeping. Okay, then it would be your going and it
Then
would
go
be
talk to
so you
Theon.
would be going to talking to your sire first. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yes,
now that you find yourself back in the nest of the songbird, having been lit up by her wonderful butler, Estelle floats in the pool, seemingly looking up at the night sky.
good to see you're relaxing.
To worry too much about the world and its problems is to take its pain into yourself.
Ain't that the truth? Came in to give a bit of an update, but also I kind of have a question.
Ask and I shall answer if I can.
So, the Salubri itself. We're known to be called soul thieves.
Yes, a very old pejorative term, but yes. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Is this particularly true? Or are there others that can fall under this category as well? More so of a demonic nature.
Well, you see, there is a kernel of truth with something that we are capable of doing. The ability to harden one against remorse. To protect against the degeneration of the soul by balming the spirit. Some may consider that stealing a soul, but you see that she stops floating and she turns up right now, tilting her head at you. Demonic.
Yeah, something's got me a bit curious. And I was wondering if there were such a thing as soul stealers.
Not that I wish to discuss.
So you do know something.
We Salubri have an ancient enemy. A type of creature known as the Bali. Disgusting things.
I see. Just in case, what would be the best way to deal with one?
Deal with a Bali?
I would assume if they are enemies, then there would be a way to eradicate them. At least some.
They are similar to we kindred. They have the same weaknesses.
Same weaknesses. Is there a way to tell when you're in the presence of one?
If you can peer into one's soul deep enough, but it's rare for those to have the ability to do that quite so accurately that one can identify. They are perfect infiltrators. Could not distinguish them. They walk like us. They talk like us. They drink blood like us, but they are not us.
That is very concerning. would people that have the powers of faith be more apt at dealing with them?
No.
Hmm.
They're not biblical demons.
Interesting. Hmm. Just kind of seems to be
Why do
thinking about things.
Why do you ask about something so anathema to life, my child?
Because at this point it would be hmm, it would be my job to learn about the enemies of kindred, even if it be other kindred.
Judge, I would like you to roll me a composure subterfuge, please.
I
Because
am shitty at
because
subterfuge.
you're trying to bluff the fact that that's all there is, and it's not.
It's not, and I know it. I'm rousing for this because, yeah, I need every bit I can get from this. Because I don't have subterfuge. All right, composure. Son of a bitch. Well,
That's a bestial failure, unless you want to re-roll 3 dice.
I gotta try to reroll 3. Because fuck that. That's 1.
That'll save you from the bestial.
Yep, not gonna save me from her seeing right through my fucking bullshit though.
She steps out of the pool. Judge. This is
No safe rolls. Thank you
something
so much for the
grave.
raid.
Especially grave to both of our existences. Have you identified a Bali presence in the city?
No. Out of character. That was not a lie. I haven't.
And yet she knows you're hiding something about it. So I suppose it was a good idea to not tell him that that there is indeed a Bali, because he doesn't know that. He only knows that a Bali calls him.
I have said nothing about Bali other than soul stealings and demons. I am within the line. In character, though.
Okay.
I did not say that in character.
Yeah, no, no. Do you have suspicion that there may be a Bali in the city?
mm, For the purposes of our safety, I cannot answer that.
Your safety? Are you threatened?
Not really.
Right now, she's seeing right through you.
Oh, God, I'm fucking awful at this.
To be fair, I will note for the purposes of the promise that you had to make, you have not broken that promise.
I haven't broken shit. Because I am very much trying to keep our heads intact while trying to help with this information.
You seem under duress, child. Who has placed you under duress, sir?
I mean, in the presence of such beauty, who wouldn't be?
Judge.
I legitimately cannot say. I could, but I like
Well,
our heads on our shoulders.
someone has threatened you with death.
Given the situation, mm, the information that I am searching for is kind of very private.
Yes, because Bali are anathema to kindred. To us trying to hold on to our humanity. Well, in some cases, even the Sabbat for holding on to their sense of self, they are anathema.
Mm,
So I must implore you. Who has put you under duress so? Such that you would fear for your life in gathering such dangerous information.
More so gathering the information to protect what I love. And because of such love is why I cannot tell you. As we have stated earlier, the city's going through quite a bit of a dark time. So, preparing for such dark times is certainly why I'm seeking this information. I'm not budging in this.
It's okay.
So, to give a bit of an update, quite a bit of things have happened in the city.
I need you to make me another composure subterfuge, please.
You son of a bitch. I need to rouse for this. Thank you, Beast, for having my back and not trying to fuck up with this. Thank you. Don't you fuck me. Don't you fuck me. Don't you fuck me. Oh, thank God you didn't fuck me. Task 4.
You can see that the third eye on top of her head is weeping as she stares. Tell me of these updates.
So, a few nights ago, we did end up, well, I ended up running into a bit of a sabbat. And, well, they tried to bash my skull with a rock. It didn't go quite well for either of us, but I was able to get a bit of information. I know of the 3 other kindred that tags along with Ace. King, Queen, Jack. The problem is it seems like King might be one of the Nosferatu's problem. Jack can tell that I can piggyback off of someone though.
Anyone who possesses Auspex can identify when someone is tapping in.
Because at first it didn't seem like Ace was able to tell that I was spying. A little bit of information has been gained. It seems like Queen is running the operation though. And King is. I haven't seen anyone as big as him before, so he's more than likely Nosferatu.
Perhaps. Or perhaps he's something else. There's no way of knowing, really.
Given the problems that are going on, along with a bit of the hunters also having some problems, outliers. An abomination is in the city, it seems.
An abomination.
A werewolf of sorts, if I have that correct. Definitely a bruiser that is connected to at least the society, loosely. I haven't been able to find much out on the other three of that group either. The one is a social butterfly, another is an occultist, and I believe the third of that is an illusionist, if I remember correctly. I got
Mentalist.
mentalist. Mentalist, I mean.
Then, with them, you clearly can't trust anything.
No, can't really. It's causing a lot of headaches. The only real lead that I got from my contact about that was looking into the Sabbat. But results have been inconclusive so far on that. I'm hoping to try to figure out where one of the Sabbat sleeps before the sun rises.
I would advise caution. You don't necessarily know what it is that they're capable of. And the Sabbat are equipped with powers that one may not necessarily see in regular kindred due to their discarding of their humanity in the traditional sense. So I would advise caution.
Understood. Overall, though, it seems like the Coterie is kind of coming into their own. At least in some regards.
Well, that is nice to hear. I am quite glad that you are making new friends.
Eh, more or less.
A bit of a strong term.
A little bit. I can tell that I kind of rode some people the wrong way.
I see. Well, such is life, I would suppose.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get over it in time.
In time, perhaps.
On a serious note, though, thank you for the bit of information and help.
You're welcome.
Also, when things cool down some, I would like to take you out on a date.
A date, you say?
Absolutely. We haven't had much time to enjoy the city much.
I suppose in that you are correct. Perhaps I will take you up on that offer. Should circumstances allow.
Wonderful. But I do have a bit of preparing to do if I'm going to get some things done.
That you do.
See you later.
She'd give you a little wave as you go ahead and head out.
Judge is fucking bullets dealing with this shit. What they come to conclusion on their own is in their purview. I have said nothing. So Selena cannot take the hints of us, for I have stayed within such lines.
I mean, to be fair, if she feels slighted, do you think that's going to stop her?
Probably not. But you know what? What she doesn't know won't hurt her.
Okay.
I
I
can't
don't
wait
like
to see
that
your next
response.
character. I can't wait to see your next character.
No, to be fair, nothing's gonna go ahead. Nothing's gonna happen right now. I'm just saying that if you think that, then that is okay. You may continue to think that. I will not dissuade you from thinking that
Keywords right now.
right
Listen,
now.
okay.
I mean, to be fair, that could change.
Listen here, bro. I was scared of the rules, and I am still alive somehow. So you know what? I call this a fucking win.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure you do. What's the time? That's the time. Okay. So we'll save that and we'll save those scenes for the next session, I think. And that one will probably be New Night. Judge, the hours pass. And you are getting prepared to do some spying.
Yep.
Who is it that you're
Queen's
trying to spy on?
out of the group. Queen seems like the leader. At
Okay.
least she's the one that led the meeting and talked the most. So
Yeah, yeah.
try to sneakily get her location if we can. And I'm gonna try to rouse before I actually try to use shared senses. Because yeah, I will be in my haven doing this. So if I slump the fuck over, I'll at least be okay. Maybe. Boop. Hey, don't get hungrier. here's the rounds for shared census.
Mhm.
Ha
And go ahead and make your roll.
Okay. Where the fuck are you? There you are. Boop.
5.
That's 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Judge. What senses are you looking to share?
Sight, hearing, taste. Maybe touch, I guess.
You don't want to go for the all 5 combo?
And might as well, I suppose.
Okay. Judge. You do not get a hold of Queen's senses. You receive something else.
Oh, what the fuck?
You find yourself in a less in the eyes of Queen and more in a dark room. And there is someone. You are sat in a chair. And there is someone sitting across from you. A long-limbed, spindly individual.
Jack.
I was expecting our little interloper to join us again, but I didn't expect it to be so soon. Good evening, Mr. Judge Theon Cross. You may call me Jack.
Well. Curious how you got my name. But a pleasure to meet you nonetheless.
Is it?
Yeah.
I know you don't like us very much, so I am loath to believe that you would enjoy the company of someone such as myself, but that...
Correction. The Camarilla dislikes you all. And from what I've heard, they have good reason. I tend to go by case basis. But I do have my orders.
They simply don't understand. And that's fine. It's not their job to understand.
Hmm. You know, you might get along with more people. You kind of help people understand. You know.
Oh no, you see, the Camarilla sticks its head in the sand about the things that plague us all because it ruins their order, their machinations, their little game that they like to play.
Mm.
They pretend to be something they're not. And personally, I can't abide by such a thing. Lying, as they say, is a sin. But enough about the philosophy, Mr. Cross. You see, you seem to have a little penchant for sticking your nose in things. I won't say it doesn't necessarily, it's not that it doesn't belong, but
Let's just say
you
I'm a
like
man of curiosity.
you like to snoop. And that is okay. I don't mind.
Mm. Considering we've gotten farther talking than uh, the last individual, I say things are going decently.
Forgive Ace. He has a little bit of a grudge, but he tends to not prefer direct confrontation. But allow me to be frank. There is something distinctly wrong with why we are here. I observed it with 10 who you killed. And I am observing it with Ace as well. Something is afoot. Something I am not quite aware of. Something that may be mutually beneficial if you were to deal with.
There's quite a few things going on that needs to be dealt with.
Oh, I'm sure. But I mean the crux. The one thing that binds everything together. I know you know what I'm talking about because I can see it. Your mind is an open book to me, Mr. Cross. I know there's someone that holds a sword of Damocles over your head, but I will not trigger that. Because it doesn't behoove me to, despite the fact that I could have you killed right now. By your own allies.
Uh,
And they would do it with an honest-to-God smile on their face. No. Mr. Cross. Something whispers deep in the undertow of the city. And it's going to be up to you to find it and kill it. I, for my part in all of this, will simply be here to take your measure. Every last one of me.
you have multiple personalities?
Bugger, the very lanky man just smiles. No.
Uh, killing our mutual enemy is probably going to be much tougher than it seems, given the
I don't.
information I have.
I don't care.
You don't, but yet you three seem to be stuck here without any further contact from your superiors.
So you think.
Yeah, I've heard a few things while, tagging along.
Piggybacking on Ace, but there are 4 of us.
I forgot about the big muzzle-headed thing.
I'll forgo the offense. Simply put, Mr. Cross, you decided to peacock yourself, and now I am watching.
Hmm.
I have no qualms with getting rid of you. I have no qualms with getting rid of the rest of your coterie. I have no qualms with burning every little piece of what remains of the shattered ivory tower in this city to the ground.
I must give you kudos that you think that.
It's not a think. I know. Because I know many, many things about your darling court that you do not. Perhaps, given your particular state, it's better that you don't learn them.
I mean, given my previous occupation, it's not like they're gonna cozy up to me anytime soon anyway.
We'll see. But no. The Legion of I will be watching. Do yourself a favor. Focus on what actually matters.
I mean, if you're gonna be paying back, you could at least give me a direct.
Jack doesn't say anything else. You just get rather violently booted from Queen's Head.
Ah. Well, he was a rather poor sport about that. Also, what the fuck is she doing? Just fucking knocked out?
You don't know. She seemed awake. Because if she was asleep, you wouldn't have been able to get access to her.
Hmm. This is about truly are fucking strange. Mm. Well, this is gonna be a fucking pain to deal with. And I can't really tell the coterie about the fucking meeting because Jack guy. Eh. Rather not have their heads explode as well.
Mm.
If he can even do that.
And I think
Oh,
it'll
shoot
be
mess.
there. Yep. Yeah, no, go ahead.
I'm gonna shoot a message to Clayton. Need to update you on some things.
Okay. And you will receive that at the end of the night, Clayton. But for now, I think that's what we're going to call a session for this time.
My homie.
God damn.
My homie.
Judge.
My homie.
Why are
Well,
you
I'm
a
just
problem
making.
child?
Clayton is tracking your damn ass.
I'm just making friends everywhere.
You are.
Ever since the last time Clayton put a tracker on your car, you are not
To be
getting
fair, all you would have seen is Judge going about some regular business in the evening. He went to see his sire, and then he went home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's you would have seen like him moving about as of last session, like
Mhm.
those movements, and then yeah, you'd see him go see his sire and then go home.
Yep.
So nothing that looks really out of the ordinary.
No. But he
But
couldn't
Judge.
question it now.
for next session, I have a touchstone scene lined up for Lucy. We have Skye going to see Vulcan,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have everyone meeting up on a new night.
Jesus
And
Christ.
we'll go from there. First, though,
Also, you put a tracker on my car, you motherfucker.
Yes. Yes. He doesn't trust your damn ass.
Or insert a goddamn reason.
Exactly.
I see how it is.
I
we
love
have
you.
a remorse.
Brother,
we have a remorse
brother,
for
he
all the
can't
first.
leave you alone for any period of time.
Hey, Clayton,
Yes.
remorse roll.
Okay. Well, I have 3 dice, so here's hoping for success. Yes! Fucking Christ.
Oh, you're gonna get to the bottom of what happened because you feel absolutely terrible that you let harm come to Helena, and you're not gonna let that happen again.
No.
You don't lose humanity.
Not
Good
at
job,
all.
buddy.
I'm gonna get down to the bottom of it, and she's going to be okay.
If
Yes,
only
she's
Clayton took charge and protected her.
How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you?
That is your beast.
That
I'm
is-
stepping in for lethality on once.
And once he finds out what happened to her, because he has suspicions, because sudden anemia and heart problems, or maybe something that happens when it comes to kindred contact.
Anemia, definitely. Anemia, definitely. Heart
Kindred
problems,
contact.
But now
Once
we're gonna
he
move on to
finds
some
out,
experience.
he's going to make
Woohoo.
whoever did it their life a living
How'd you
hell.
enjoy How'd you enjoy the session, guys?
Loved it.
I'm very sad and I loved it. Yes, thank you. I like being sad. It's good. It's what I
Awesome
do.
work.
It's what I do on this channel, so
I feel stressed. I think you're doing a good job.
I am very stressed as well.
Same.
Mostly about Cross.
Yeah.
That's the
I'm
good thing
getting into-
about playing a heavy. I'm not stressed yet because I haven't had to rake anyone.
Right.
I'm getting into all the things. I'm happy.
Oh yeah, no, you'll have that time. Don't worry, that will come. But for now,
Once he finds out who actually injured his touchstone, he's going to make them pay.
everyone is gonna get 2 XP for showing up,
Yay!
Yay.
and 2 XP if they met their desire.
Hell yeah.
Which
I did.
I will deal with Ashton's.
I believe I did. Make beautiful art. Did I make art?
You did.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Certainly you
I
did.
thought this though.
You did. You made. Yet if showing up, you made your desire, you get another 2. Now we have our voting categories. Who had the best? Who pushed the plot? Who had the best scene? Who had the best line? The audience vote, and of course, my MVP. Also, as a point of order, because it wasn't on stream earlier, I did also have Lucy make a resolve humanity roll, which she passed. She has gained a humanity and is now back on humanity 5.
Yeah, my baby!
I'm feeling like a person again.
Yeah,
Only
my baby!
slightly a monster.
Because the actions you went through were so very human. They humanized you so, and they got in contact back with your humanity. Obviously, the higher you go, the harder that is.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
But
This at
To
least
get back
made me
and forth of
remember what it felt like.
to be
As-
human,
As your adopted sire, I am proud of you.
but
Better than my actual fucking sire. Sorry.
who pushed the plot?
Judge.
I'm throwing my hat in this
Judge.
ring.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
agree.
I think Judge did the most significant.
That very
so.
last scene,
All right, it's 5-1.
but also,
So
like, this man's is gonna get us all killed. Ultimately,
Judge-
he's gonna get us all killed.
Judge,
I
I can keep him from talking.
I'm gonna fucking dump him in the river next time. I find
Alright,
out what he,
Judge
I
Bucky.
found out that he's even flirting with that line. He's going in the fucking drink. Mans is getting concrete.
Judge,
boots.
you gain 2 XP for being the plot pusher. Who had the best scene?
I'm gonna say me. I was sad.
Okay.
I can go with either Clayton or Lucy in that regard.
Velocity's vote
Yeah.
was Lucy.
I'm gonna go Lucy.
Mm.
1 Clayton, 2 Lucy. Are you gonna go with Lucy Specs or with Clayton?
Hold on, let me look at the lines because I have another option for the lines. Da-da-da. I know I quoted someone up here.
The problem with us
Okay.
talking shit and laughing about shit the entire session is it's hard to find when we actually quote things.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Do we have to start threads in this chat?
Yep, probably. Anyways, I think I found it. So, I am going to give scene to Lucy.
That's currently 3 Lucy, 1 Clayton.
Mm-hmm.
Mine will go Clayton.
3 Lucy, 2 Clayton. Raven?
I said Lucy.
4. That is 4 Lucy, 2 Clayton. Lucy, you get the XP for the best scene.
Deserved. She got humanity back for it.
Yeah,
Who
she
had the
did.
best line?
Sorry, best line.
I was
Best
very
line,
fond
yeah.
of I was very fond of Clayton leaving Helena's office and whispering to himself, "I miss you."
Miss you. Yep.
I may have teared up a little bit. I was like, oh.
I was actually kind of
so-
tearing up a little bit myself. I'm gonna be honest.
So the vote is currently 1 to Clayton, 1 to Ashton. For I wish I was Natasha.
That was.
That is also very good.
I'm voting myself,
Mm.
so we can make it that easy. So.
My second, not that I get a secondary vote in this regard, but my follow-up would have been one of Skye's, just part of the Clueless Orphans Club.
Yeah.
I was so charming. I was like, like Valentina standing there, like,
stalked a little bit. Yep.
Yeah.
I did what was
It's
bad, but God.
Valentina
I did like the
shocked peek at your
juxtaposition.
face.
You know, rich girl, 2 orphans. So tell me about your life. Cue depressing montage.
Oh God, that's right. It all started when my father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Of $1 million. Yeah.
Meanwhile, you have 2 orphans sitting in front of you just going, how's that small?
Right?
Bitch, you got like double house money.
All right. So
Mm.
we got Clayton's vote, Velocity's vote,
Mm.
and Spex's vote. Judge, who's your vote for best line?
I kind of want to vote for myself
Okay.
because there was a bunch of bullshit I fucking said.
Trying to lie his way out of shit.
Who distressed you so?
She
I
looked
mean,
she
who
looked
would
at you
be
and was
distressed in
like,
such a
"You're under duress."
Literally, just could have asked about the elders of your clan. Literally, could have just asked about the elders of your clan. Could have just asked about the history of that. But I'm like, huh? No, don't. We're just gonna ask straight up about demons. Okay, motherfucker.
Okay, motherfucker.
To stress, you put at least 3 of us under with that.
You saw that I gigantified
Sir.
an emote for that, right?
It's okay. Who put you under duress? I mean, who wouldn't be under duress under the the scrutinization of such a beautiful person? That.
God.
Such a
I'm trying to.
stupid ass.
That was bullshit.
Cross
We're
is
just
gonna be the
wake
end
up
of us.
one day.
He's gonna be the end of us. That's it. I'm gonna have to throw him
He's
in the
gonna
water.
wake up
throw him in the
one
river.
night on the bottom of on the bottom of the fucking ocean. That's what's gonna happen.
Yep. Dump him over the docks. Yep.
Which piece?
I won't kill him. He's just not gonna be getting out anytime soon.
I'm gonna fish him out later, maybe in 20 years.
Yeah.
Two
Dragon
Clayton, one
Scribe
Ashton, one
Prime,
Judge.
thank you so much for rating.
Sorry. All over the place.
Guy, who's your choice for best line?
I'll give it to Clayton.
I miss you.
Right, Clayton. It looks like you are gonna get it, but
Hey, yo.
Lucy, what is your
I was hoping that me and Raven would make it a 3-way tie. But
With what line?
there's 3 other people.
Yeah,
that were up for-
Ashton for I wish I was Natasha, Clayton for I miss you, and Judge for of course I'm under duress. You are just so very pretty.
Because I like if I had to vote, like, yes, Clayton was touching, but Judge, that fucking made me lose it.
Also,
Do I bullshit it?
you can also paint any line about Valentina being clueless about anime.
Yeah. What is
God knows,
Bible
yeah.
Black?
Don't mention Bible Black in front of Ashton. He might get curious.
Don't look it up. Chat. From what I understand, I don't know anything about it. I'm just saying, don't look it up, chat.
Fat guy. Do goal.
Yeah.
We mentioned it in front of Ashton.
Yep. We got to talk about anime.
Do I pull shenanigans or do I not?
Well, like I said, I'm voting for Judge.
The last time
Yeah,
we tried to pull shenanigans, it didn't go over well.
Nope.
So
I would give
Clayton
it to
is
Clayton.
gonna get the line then.
Yay, thanks, guys.
Who won the audience vote?
Clayton did.
Yeah, Clayton did.
Yep, I saw it.
Clayton, you get that too.
Yep. They like me, chat. They really like me.
They do.
Yes, very touching scenes. If you haven't already, you should go back and rewind the VOD because it is absolutely a banger today. Just as it is every week.
And now for my MVP. Frankly, everyone's getting it this session.
What? No new.
Woohoo!
Oh damn.
And that's 2,
Lucy's
right?
Lucy's
One.
it's 1.
Oh, it's 1.
Lucy's reconnection with her humanity. Clayton fighting with his beast over his touchstone.
I love it. I beat Sam. He loves her.
Judge
He really does.
Judge trying his best to really make the best of a bad situation.
Twice
Valentina
in a row.
trying to like sympathize with the pores.
Yeah.
Rich baby. Clayton at least has a
Oh,
little
God.
bit of, sympathy and at least closeness in that regard, because he's a man who is a teacher
he grew
among a
up in the
family of
middle class.
teachers. Yeah. And he had a good family, too.
Trying her best to be like, yeah, I am just a clueless orphan, aren't I? And Ashton having his heart ripped out of his chest.
Baby.
No.
And one off. One off.
From what? What are you saving up for?
Oh, I'm gonna bounce from getting Auspex stripped to Slurry 4.
That is a
I am
thought.
one off being able to do that.
We'll deal with experience expenditures offline, methinks, but for now, I hope you all enjoyed the session. Make sure that after this done, you can watch the VOD, and next week it'll be up on YouTube, as are all the other previous episodes. So if you want to have a look back and see what's happened, you can have a chat about that. You can have a look at that and see what the Hellfire coterie has been getting up to in the past.
Yep, 15.
What, like
now 16
15
episodes.
sessions? Yeah, 16 sessions. Yeah, and you stay tuned here to the CoffeeCat Presents channel, because on Wednesday we have San Antonio by Night Blood Gambit, where things are also heating up there.
Yep. I run that game.
But, yes, Coffee does run that game. But that'll be all from us for right now. So from the River City, say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, and thank you all for the raids.
Good night.